Hi there, welcome to Prime Time. I'm Paul Orford and today I'm with content specialist Alex, who's one of my favourite content writers and marketers in the industry. What we wanted to do today is, I think there's a lot of nonsense that's made with content, and we've got the super brain of content and marketing, so let's pick your brains, Alex. What can you explain first of all what really is good content, or content in general?
Well, thanks for the praise, Paul. I'll hold it. Thanks so much for having me here, and for the Game Changers. Is really was unexpected, and at the same time like a pleasant feedback to get from you that you wanted me here. So back to your question, what is content and what's good content nowadays? Well, content is pretty much everything that we see on the online, no matter what website you're accessing, if it's for buying shoes, if it's for buying food, or if it's for Forex. Everything that you see written, every kind of advertising, that's pretty much the content. Good content now is the content that actually sells. But as consumers, we only know unless it's like a super good product, or if you see like the advertising like going up over the years. But we can expand on that, but I'm pretty sure you have more specific questions about it.
Yeah, well, basically what my problem is there's a very much, it seems to be a cut and or copy and paste attitude when it comes to brokerage to brokerage to brokerage. For this example, is nothing changes. There's every client has a different need. Therefore, how can you make it more specific? How can you really drill in to make it specific for that sort of person?
Yes, indeed. I think that this has been like the problem for the industry with the copy and paste, because if you look like a lot of brokers, like they kind of tend to have like similar content. At the same time, you cannot really be super playful with the content that you are selling to your clients because of regulation and whatnot. So there are other factors that you need to take into account when creating content. But there are new ways now to look at content and marketing in general. Given like the technological advancements. And what I'm talking about is the marketing technology that we have at our fingertips nowadays. And a lot of marketing teams, they need to be looking at data. A lot of marketing teams need to be looking at automating the processes and have a serious and fair talk with the sales floor and understand how the synergy can be created there between these two departments, because unless there is like communication, you cannot really understand your consumer's journey. And I think that's very important to actually be able to display very good content and be able to sell your product and company to an array of customers.
Okay, also, is it fair to say there's quite a conflict normally between a marketing department and a sales department? Sales don't like marketing and vice versa, because the salespeople feel that the marketing people don't get the message across because they're never speaking to a client. How can this really be addressed, if it can be addressed at all?
Well, people see it as a problem, but salespeople actually, they do the talking on the phone or maybe on chat or maybe on emails. However, marketing teams, they also talk to the client. Including myself, I'm writing content, I'm communicating to my client. Okay, I'm maybe gonna be writing the content that 1,000 clients are gonna see it, whereas if you're on the phone, you're only gonna be talking to one person. But we're also talking to them, and everything that we write is written in a way that it basically sends the message across. So everything is research, and it has to be research. To be written in a way that it appeals, that it targets your consumer, and it makes sense.
Okay, so we got the latest buzzwords at the moment, AI, automation, etc. Is this changing what the job you do, or is it for the better, for the worse, or is it just a buzzword?
No, they're not buzzwords for sure. And the automation part nowadays, and especially I think the past 5 years, there has been a huge leap, especially in marketing with all the platforms, all the CRMs that are available now. And whereas before you would be doing a lot of work by hand, like selecting contacts, sending emails. Nowadays you just create a digital funnel, and the system does it for you. So I think that's good, and it goes even beyond that. You can connect different departments. So in this case, sales and marketing, and all this marketing technology is smart enough to make us think that I don't need maybe 100 people in my company, maybe I need just 50, but I need the brains to know exactly how to work out all this technology to make it convert and bring me exactly what I'm after.
All right, cool. So It's a bit of a tough question, but what is the kind of future for the next 5 years of content writing, if there is such a thing? Is it going to be more technology driven? Is the human element going to be taken out of it because the AI will naturally take over and know specifically what the end user is going to need?
Well, the AI is very good at actually giving you the data, but someone needs to reinterpret it and someone needs to put it in words. I think some of the trends are already out there. In different industries, just because we have Instagram, we have a lot of social media. However, for the Forex industry, because you're talking about money and you're talking about people and you're talking about numbers, and like those charts are moving like every single second. Therefore, like content writers are always going to be, if you can put it like this, in fashion, just because we look at the matter and we have to write about it. And that's very important. But all these technologies and all these like new apps and whatnot, they're here to help more. And if anything, expand on your role as a marketeer. So they're here to make your life easier and to make you actually understand your consumer better than even 3 years ago. So if people want to look at it as a plus, then I think that's how people should be looking at it, instead as as the enemy. Oh, I'm going to lose my job. No, it's nothing about that. It's just like using it to your advantage and knowing how to leverage that position when using such technology.
All right, well, look, I think we've learned a lot there. Alex, industry guru, thanks a lot. I apologise for making you walk down the beach in high heels. So, Alex will be back again very soon for more knowledge, because I think it's something which is really, really overlooked, is a really good content writer or someone who knows what they're doing in Forex. So, Alex, cheers. Have a good day.
Thank you for having me. Thanks a lot.
I will see you all again soon. See ya. Bye.
See ya.